whatever. Just a little bit of wind, a little bit of chop on top of the water. Okay, what you want to do is you can grab a buzzbait, temperature's a little bit warm, coming out of, going to summer, 60 degrees, 65 degrees, they're going to hit. You see bait fish on top of the water splashing. Pick up your buzzbait, start swinging it, just like you do if you're fishing with your pop-ars, anything like that. Up caliber, top water makes a really good bait. Throw it out there, reel it slow. Sometimes you can actually pop it a little bit. What you want to do is create a different technique if you're not getting bit. Sit there and reel it, pop, pop, pop. Keep your line tight on a buzzbait, because if you don't keep this line tight and you get slack in it and you go to set the hook, you're going to miss it. Always, always, always on a buzzbait. I do not have one on here. See me after my seminar. I have a buzzbait rigged with a stinger hook. That will help you prevent short strikes. Because let's say it's not real warm out yet, they're not extremely active, but they're hitting, they'll come up and they bite the tip end of this, they're going to miss you completely. And if you're fishing a tournament, you don't want that to happen, because it could be that 3-4 pound fish. That's going to mess up your whole day. It's going to make you mad. These are little techniques you need to remember if you tournament fish. If you're fun fishing, you still don't want to lose your fish. Put a stinger hook on this. It is a must. Do not go without it. This is a clear water bait. Let's say we're, around some timber, picking it up. Run this buzzbait, try to take it, bounce it off like a ricochet this off of the timber. That will help create a reactive bite as well. They're going to come up and they're going to think this buzzbait is a wounded bait fish. It's all about technique. It's all about how you run this bait. You can actually take, if you're in a tournament and a lot of us don't want to spend time cutting and retying bait. So what you can do, this here is a slip-on skirt. They're pretty easy to use. Dip your bait down in the water, get it a little wet, makes it a little bit easier to remove your skirt. I've got some samples down here I can show you. The blade combination is probably fine. You just need maybe a little bit different color. Illinois, I found out, is the same way as Indiana, okay? You're out there fishing, you're on them big, right? Okay, I'm slamming them, it's an hour into my fishing, I'm whacking my bass, and I'm doing great. Clouds roll in, wind picks up, they quit biting, because they're changing their characteristics also. So what you got to do, you got to be versatile with the bass as well. So let's say my buzzbait isn't working. You can try colors. You can get so many different varieties in skirts. This is a shad, a green like a frog, black and blue. It is a great bait. I have my all-time favorite right here is a black and chartreuse. I use this in the middle of the day, this killer. Every lake I have fished, I've done well on this color. You hardly ever see me put any color but this and white on my buzzbait. Anybody here ever go down to Mill Creek in Illinois and fish? If you do and it's a little windy out there, and you got partly cloudy skies, this is a double buzzbait. They're easy to keep on top of the water. You can slow down your retrieve. I have fished that when it's a little windy. They have those rocky banks. You throw this and slam it right on top of the rocks, and it ricochets in the water. Make sure when that buzzbait hits, you're on it. And you start cranking. I tell you what, every time I've done that with a little bit of wind, I actually try to hope for wind when I go there. They eat it up. As soon as it hits the water, bam, you got one on. I came home with ripped up thumbs that day, and I throw this bait like the entire day. This is like a red dirt bait, buzzbait right here, an Indiana-owned company. You guys want more information about anything you see, please just come talk to me. I have a booth back here in the tent also. Let's go on to spinnerbaits. Our conditions change, right? We have to be versatile. We have to move with the fish. So let's see what we got here. Now I know you guys are a lot of river rats up here also. So what we have here is a red dirt bait, spinnerbait. This is a tunable titanium. Just like your Fenwick rods, G. Loomis, Shimano's, okay, this is a sensitive wire. This is a turtleback blade. Actually, this is the Indiana blade. You can get on this. It's a thumper. That's why I call this thumper. Any little kids out there that watch Bambi, I nickname my spinnerbaits, kids. This is Thumper. See Thumper? He's moving in the water real good right now. What this does is this head style on this spinnerbait lets you come through current. It keeps your spinnerbait from rolling over, because if your blades and stuff aren't consistent, your reaction on this bait doesn't look realistic to the fish. They're not going to hit it. You can let a spinnerbait fall down in the water. Count down, like if you're in 10 feet of water and you're like, oh, I just want to fish about 4 feet. Then count down in your head, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it to the depth that you want to be. Now this is one that you work slow. This isn't one that you want to work real fast. You're slow rolling. You might hear people say KVD, stuff like that on TV. I'm slow rolling a spinnerbait right now. Well, people out here that don't fish, they don't know what that means. So what that means is just slow your retrieve. This is a 6 freedom line generator from Colorado, my favorite reel. Let's see, I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to start reeling. So your technique and everything that you do, just like I said earlier, it all has to flow together, okay? This tunable titanium wire, just like these rods, it's sensitive. You get a hit on this, I can feel that timber down there. I can feel the rocks through this frame of this spinnerbait. It's very sensitive. You can feel a fish come up when they get a mouth on this bait because of this wire. You can feel the blade stop turning. Now your condition say, well, this white's not working, so I'm going to add a dark skirt on there. You can do that. Make sure when you go to buy your baits, if you can go to these sport shows, and you can go down and you can buy slip-on skirts and stuff like that. It's really handy when you're tournament fishing to do these type of things. Spinnerbaits are used around timber. If you go out in Michigan and you're on a rock pile, okay, go out there and bang this thing across the bottom of the rock. Lick it across the bottom of it. I know y'all like those smallmouth. See, I'm not that lucky in Indiana, so y'all got it a little bit better up here. This happens to be a 1/4 ounce. This is a small, compact frame. Now, if you're wanting to go fish Lake Michigan and you need that deeper depth, what I would do is this is a 3/4 ounce spinnerbait. It is a citrus shad. It's great for your clear water. This is actually a double willow also. Double willows, it's very versatile. If there's grass, if there's anything like that, this double willow combination will work for you. Now the great thing about certain baits, like a tunable titanium, you can actually custom make this bait. If you are really into it, you can break down the wire and make your own blade combination right there in the boat if you want, and bend it back. That's what this wire will do for you. So grass beds, rocks, your spinnerbaits and stuff like that will work good. Timber, throw it out there. People just think you can just throw it out, retrieve it back. Yo-yo it. You guys like to, fish your jigs. So let it sink down a little bit. A lot of times, that will actually hit a spinnerbait on the fall too, just like they do like your Cincos, jigs, swim baits and stuff like that. It looks natural to them. Yo-yo this through the water. It just creates a different pattern for the bass. Play the cat and mouse game with them. Let them tell you what they want. When you do this, you'll figure out what they want. See how it just worked out around that timber and stuff like that? Some of them are chasing it and stuff like that. It's just, you gotta let them tell you what you want. Just keep the slack out of your line when you're casting. If you're fishing a lot of the rivers and you get in current and stuff like that, I recommend if you can get a spinnerbait head or something like that, where the current can roll over your spinnerbait and everything runs a lot better. That is a lot more helpful for you. If you're fishing dirtier water, like let's say we go out on this plains, it gets a little muddy because we've had torrential downpours of water. What you need to do then is I would recommend using chartreuse and white. This is like a fire tiger, there's currents and stuff like that. If you're in the water and you know in your area what kind of bait fish is prominent, then make your colors of your artificial bait, try to mimic that. If you mimic then your fish count and your fish production will go up, okay? If you're out there, I've used suffix line on my crottos. It depends on what you prefer. But this is a suffix line on here. I use a crotto, 6 feet of 1 when you're using like your spinnerbaits and stuff like that. 6 feet of 1 ratio, that really gets it moving. I'm trying to pass out some stuff to some kids right now. Hey, little guy. There we go. Got the little one down here with the Bernie shirt on. How many you got in there, 2? Oh, we got a bunch. Ready? Let's see if my throwing skills are any good. I signed Fishin for on there. That's my nickname. How many more do we need? 1 more. Heads up. There we go.
Give me one.
You're working hard out there. Thank you to the Boy Scouts, man. They're doing a hard job out here volunteering this year. Here you go, man. Hey, Bladen, heads up. All right. So let's get back to this fishing thing here.
He wants to know if you got 3 more.
I sure do. I have 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now since I got my kids' attention, how many of my kids out here like to go fishing? I need show of hands. All right. Well, I got a little pole up here. I'm going to demonstrate with that. All right. If you guys want your kids involved with you, doing what you like to do, get them out there. Go to Walmart. Go get you a little Zebco reel. Comes in a combo, birthday, Christmas presents, whatever. Put them a spinnerbait on. This is just a little 1/4 ounce spinnerbait. Tie it on for them, even if it's just a $2 spinnerbait. What I've learned with my kids want to throw what I throw. So if I take them fishing, I kind of leave my rods down because you're going to be untangling. You want them to have a good time. It's about them. Now this is red, so anybody who river fishes and stuff like that, okay, let's just say it's real muddy. Red's a good color for that. What I'm demoing here that even if you don't have a lot of money, you don't know how to throw a bait caster, but you know how to do a closed reel, so what? Go fish with it. Tie on a spinnerbait, tie on a buzzbait, and go fishing. Let those kids get in there. Let them fish. Let them do what you want to do. If they have a curiosity of it, let them go. If we don't, our kids are not going to grow up. Our fishing industry is going to go down. We got to keep it going. Got to get these kids involved. As you see, this is running this spinnerbait perfectly fine. I'm not having a bit of problems with it. It's running. Let them get up there. Let them wing it. You may have to put your rods down, but that's okay, because you know what? Those kids are out there, and one day they're going to say, I remember when my mom, my dad, my uncle, my grandpa, man, they took me fishing, they put on this blade bait thing. They may not remember the name yet, but when they get old enough to remember, then they're going to say, they took me fishing.